Hi, everyone. Welcome. I'm Wendy Sachs, and I'm on the board of Plant Powered Metro New York. And we are thrilled to present Chef Carole's Bite-Sized Cooking Tips. Plant Powered Metro New York is an organization based here in New York City, but with a far reach across the country and sometimes the world. Organization that empowers people to find optimal health through whole food, plant-based nutrition. We take a food as medicine approach and offer classes and workshops and various educational opportunities to help people make this transition in their lives. Carole, what's on the menu today? Lovely having you.
Thank you, Wendy. Thank you, Wendy. You know, we're getting ready to have Thanksgiving soon, and the holidays are coming up, and I just had a big celebration myself, and I realized, you know, when you have a holiday, you actually want a real treat, and it's not, and you want to have, like, when someone said, "What do you want for your birthday?" I'm like, I want chocolate and raspberries and whipped cream. So it's not something you eat every single day, right? But once in a while. So I thought that we would just quickly learn how to make coconut whipped cream, which is the vegan version or the alternative from what we know as the heavy cream. And it takes like 5 minutes to whip up. So I, again, don't encourage this every single day, but a holiday, a Christmas, a celebration, something special. So what I've got here is organic coconut milk, and I have the little teeny can. Of course, you can buy the same brand in a larger can. I always buy coconut cream in the little tiny can. Why? Because most recipes call for the 15-ounce can, and I just think that if I had that big can, I would use the whole can, and I just think it's way too much fat and too many calories. So I always just buy the little ones. So obviously, if you're making a ton of cream, you'll want to buy the bigger version, but we're just going to make a little teeny bit. So I put this can in the refrigerator. It's ultimately great to put it a day or two ahead in the refrigerator. And what you're wanting to do is the fat separates from the liquid. So you really only want the fat part. So I'm digging in here, and the fat has all risen to the top, okay? And you can see that it's just coming out really easily. And of course, all that really nice liquid, you're just going to put away in a jar, right? Just for later, because all of that is still really delicious, and that's still very flavorful, and you could use it in a stew or any kind of meal that you're making that needs a coconut flavor. But basically what we have here now is the fat of the coconut. And I'm just smashing it just a little bit, just to get it a little bit softened. And normally you put some kind of vanilla and some kind of sweetener. And what sweetener are we going to use? I mean, the typical sweetener that people put is confectioner sugar, right? And why do they put that? Because it's white and it doesn't discolor anything. But I have no confectioner sugar, so I'm actually going to today use a little bit of date sugar, which is sugar that's from the date itself. It's just ground. They take the whole date and they grind it. So, and then I'm going to definitely put just a little squirt, just a teeny bit of vanilla, okay? And let's just get this started. Now, you don't need a big stand mixer to make this. You could probably actually, if you had a little whisk, you could probably do it by hand. That's certainly the way that my grandmother did everything when I was a child. She had no machines to help her out. But I'm using my favorite tool, one of my favorite tools, called a stick blender, right? And it usually comes with two attachments. And one of the attachments is a whisk. And you'll see that I use this often to make to puree soup and things. But I'm going to get this started. I'm going to put it on low. Oh, and I also put the bowl in the refrigerator too. So the things that are in the refrigerator are the can of coconut milk and the bowl. And ultimately, you just want those very cold. Now, of course, if it's winter and your house is kind of cool, then it's no problem. But if you're making whipped cream in the middle of summer for any reason, right? Any reason, you would definitely want to put it in the refrigerator. So this takes very few minutes. And how do you know when it's done? When you have small peaks. And the way that I used to learn how to make peaks when I was doing things with is that if you can turn it upside down, right? It's got its peaks, right? It's good. So let's get the sugar in there. And I'm using the date sugar, so it's going to have a little bit of color, and the color is going to be just little teeny brown, just a little bit. And I'm only just putting just a hair, maybe a half a teaspoon at the most. Again, it's up to you how you sweeten it. You could put a little bit of maple syrup. Just keep in mind that anything that's dark is going to ruin that color, that white color. And that's it. You've got your delicious cream all ready to go. And I'm going to get a spatula here and just get it all mixed up. Look at that. It's really beautiful, right? And that's going to be perfect for your Thanksgiving pumpkin pie. I actually today have a little piece of apple tart, and I'm going to just get it right onto a plate here. One serving. It's kind of a big piece, but just going to get that on there. And we're going to give it a good dollop of cream. Not too much, but a dollop, because that's what makes it really looking delicious. And that's it. That's our tip for the day. Coconut whipped cream, only for holidays and celebrations, not an everyday thing.
Wow, Carole, that looks so delicious. I'm ready to start dinner here in New York with your dessert.
Do you think I should have a bite, Wendy, while I'm talking?
Oh, I do. Please let us know how it tastes.
Because I have this apple tart that I made, and it looks really good. And oh my God. Oh my God.
Vicarious.
I'm not sure which is an oh my God first. The apples that are so delicious. This is a tart that has a layer of applesauce underneath, and then some beautiful apples on the top. And the crust is made with almonds, almond flour, and oats. And everything's so fresh. And of course, the fat on top just sends it over the moon, right? I wish you were here. We could have a celebration.
We would definitely have a celebration. And for those who just want some trivia, I lured Carole into plant-based eating. She was already a vegetarian, but so it didn't take much, because we were going to try a apple cake that I was too timid to make. And Carole said, come on, I'll just do it. Give me the apples and I'll do it. And the taste of those apples, just like you're describing now, was out of this world. And here you are, tips with Chef Carole, apple pie and coconut cream. So,
you know what amazes me, Wendy, and the last thing I'll say here is that when we make that apple pie, you and I, or when we make it just something as beautiful as just this, you taste apples. And that's kind of what I try to remember all the time. Like, oh, I wish that I had the old tiny apple pie with the flaky crust and the sweet, sweet apples. And then I remember and I taste this and I'm like, oh my God, this is what real apples, like you're not eating the butter, you're not eating the sugar, it's not far forward, it's just the apples. It's just so natural. So, and the whipped cream is just an extra, really. It's just, you don't need that, but everyone wants to feel special at the holidays. So, and we're making chia pudding on Sunday during the demo, and we're having coconut whipped cream on top. So
awesome. So that's a quick reminder for everyone. Please join us, not just for our bite-sized series, but for our monthly series with Chef Carole. And this Sunday is going to be a super special event. Carole is making special Thanksgiving dishes. You can either bring them if you're going out or make them in your own home or do with them what you will. But I've tasted most of her Thanksgiving food and it really is delicious. Also, so I'll just mention, it's this Sunday, November 14th at 5 p.m. Eastern, same channel on Plant Powered Metro New York's YouTube channel or Facebook channels. 5 o'clock Eastern. And let's see, we have another event coming up, which is Dr. Columbus Batiste will follow Carole's cooking show Sunday with a special presentation on World Diabetes Day, which is also Sunday. And he'll be talking about rewriting your script, particularly on diabetes. And he's an exquisite doctor and speaker on the topic. And let's see, one quick thing is Plant Powered Metro New York is starting their very gentle year-end appeal. So for those of you who are in a financial position to do so, please come to our website and donate to Plant Powered Metro New York. We offer most of our classes for free unless we're co-sponsoring with an organization, and there's usually a minimal charge. And if you're not in that financial position, that's entirely fine. We love having you here. We think of this as, you know, being part of building an entire movement and helping to influence the culture to be healthier. So please join us in any case, and if you're able to donate, please do. And that's it for Bite-Sized Pieces with Chef Carole. Carole, thanks a billion. It looks, oh wait, if you want to reach Chef Carole, you can find her on Carole at thevegievanguard.com and also on Instagram, the Veggie Vanguard. That's it. Thank you, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.